What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 19 of our Pokemon Blaze Black 2 Redux walkthrough. In the previous video, we continued exploring on. We found a bridge that we crossed. We battled a guy who had won 999 battles in a row and then lost to us. We also battled an interesting character named Benga and found the pseudo-legendary Pokemon Lapras, which we ended up catching. So in today's video, we're going to continue exploring the routes. We have come across one or two little towns, but no gym leader. And now we've just stumbled across the legendary Pokemon Virizion. It just jumped off a cliff edge, so it looks like we're able to battle it. We have caught Cobalion, so I'm guessing we can catch Virizion now. I can't believe it was this easy. It just jumped off a cliff and found us, basically. But the legendary Pokemon are Cobalion, Virizion, and then Terrakion. We haven't found Terrakion yet, but we're going to try our best to try and catch this Virizion. If we can catch all three, that will be great. I know it is super tough to catch these legendaries. You just don't know what's going to happen. But let's see how things play out. And as you can see, we just accidentally one-shotted Virizion there. I didn't know our attack was going to be super effective. So unfortunately, Virizion has ran off. Hopefully, we'll be able to encounter it again later on in the game. That is such a pity. How are you supposed to know if your attack's going to all of a sudden be a critical hit? You don't, so you just got to try your luck and be very cautious. We probably weren't all that cautious for Virizion, but hopefully we'll be able to catch it again later on in the game. But now we are able to use Waterfall, so I think we should start exploring these little canyons down here. I thought we were going to pick up an item now, but it seems to be an Amoonguss. It kind of looks like a Pokeball if you look at this Pokemon from the top. So I guess we got to be careful now. It could either be a Pokeball or it could be a Pokemon. So it looks like the second item was also an Amoonguss, but then the final one, we picked up a Razorfang. And here's some dark green grass, so there are some tag team battles and stronger Pokemon in this grass. You might want to spend some time here and see what Pokemon you encounter. But let's make our way back up the waterfall and see if there's any other hidden areas here for us to explore. It looks like there's another waterfall on the other side of the bridge. So let's see if we can go up it. Maybe we can find another hidden item or two. And yes, we can go up here, and there's another secret little patch of grass. And we have found TM Sword Dance. That might be useful for your team. I don't know if there's anything across the river on the other side here, but I don't think there is. Now we can continue on. Hopefully we can find the next big city with a gym leader. And here we've just encountered a new character. His name is Grimsley. I'm not sure who he is or if he wants to battle or not. And I think he's a member of the Elite Four. So that's pretty interesting. We've met a couple trainers from the Elite Four already, but we haven't battled any of them. He has given us a fossil. Okay, he's given us a few fossils. He's given us 2. So I suppose we can take them somewhere and get those fossils turned into Pokemon. I'm curious to see which Pokemon we would get out of them. And now it looks like we've made it to the next city. We have reached Opelucid City, the city everyone has been talking about. Apparently this city does have a gym. I think it might be Drayden, the dragon type gym leader, but I'm not 100% sure. We also just ran into Iris, who's also an Elite Four member. So I think we might have bumped into all of the Elite Four members while traveling on our journey. But now let's explore some of Opelucid City and see what all there is in here. See if we can find the gym and hopefully take on Drayden, the dragon type gym leader. We're definitely gonna try put our Dragonite up front for that battle and see how our Dragonite compares to some of Drayden's Pokemon. I wonder what dragon type Pokemon he has in his team and if he also has a Dragonite. I think it's gonna be a super interesting battle, but there's bound to be a few side quests or something. And what do you know? Here we have actually found the gym. So at least we know where it is. I don't want to go inside yet. I first want to just check out the rest of these buildings. And we've just received a dubious disc, which is a useful item. It evolves a certain Pokemon. I think it might be Porygon if I'm not mistaken. But I want to explore the rest of the city before I forget where we have looked already. And once we have checked out everything, then we'll try take on Drayden. So I just want to make a full loop around to make sure we haven't forgotten to explore anywhere. And I can't believe how cool this city is. It looks super futuristic and neon-y. Everything's like glowing blue. It kind of has a cyberpunk feel. And it looks like there's a gym leader or something from another city. And it is. And she wants to challenge us. It looks like she's either a flying type gym leader or an ice type. So I think that's going to be quite tricky, but we'll definitely take her on. I think it'll be good practice for us before we take on Drayden. And upstairs here is like a little puzzle. I think you've got to talk to the kids in a certain order and you might get an item. We'll have to come back to that. I first want to take on this gym leader. So her name is Gym Leader Winona. And her first Pokemon she is sending out is a Ninjask level 58. So that's a bug flying type. So I assume she's a flying type gym leader. We have sent our Dragonite up front. And Dragonite isn't even fully healed. But we decided to take her on nonetheless. If we can level up our Pokemon a little bit more, it will just give us a tiny bit of an edge against Drayden. This Ninjask seems to be quite problematic, but we've finally knocked it out. I'm curious to see what else Winona's got on her team. And now she's sending out her main Pokemon, Altaria. And this is a super awesome Pokemon. I just feel it's underrated massively. It's a dragon flying type and it kind of looks like a cloud. And it's really strong. It's got some strong ice attacks, which are strong against dragon types. So it has knocked out our Dragonite, unfortunately. But we're going to send out Metagross next, and hopefully it can cause a bit of damage. Ideally, you want to use fire or electric attacks. I think fire will be effective against ice, and electric will be effective against flying. But we do one-shot Altaria. I was surprised. Metagross's attack is getting a lot stronger. Now, Winona has sent out Tropius, a really interesting-looking Pokemon. It's just massive, and it looks like a banana tree almost. And it looks really cool. It's a Pokemon that I think deserves another evolution or a pre-evolution. But I've never actually played a game using Tropius. Would be interesting to use and see if it has any unique attacks or abilities. But our Metagross is still hanging in there. It seems like our fly attack is really effective against these flying type Pokemon. So we're going to keep Metagross out there and just keep hitting these Pokemon with fly. And in this game, they've actually made fly decently strong. Normally the HM moves, you don't want to teach them to your team because they aren't all that strong. But in this game, they actually are. So you don't have to worry about HM slaves or whatever. The HM moves you can use in battle for sure. And they're really strong. Metagross has almost knocked out Swellow. Swellow has been using Protect a few times, so it's just made things a bit troublesome. But finally it got knocked out. And now Winona is going to send out Skarmory, the pseudo-legendary Pokemon, the Steel-type flying Pokemon. And Skarmory I've always liked since I first saw it when it came out. So it is a really awesome Pokemon, and I think it was meant to be a legendary Pokemon, like with the legendary birds, Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. But I think for some reason the story changed. But it is an awesome Pokemon to include in your team if you're looking for a Steel type. Our Metagross is still hanging in there. I'm not sure if it's gonna have what it takes to knock out Skarmory. It's already taken out like 2 or 3 of Winona's Pokemon. But if it can, that will be a big help. Skarmory's just used Brave Bird and knocked us out, unfortunately. But Skarmory is hanging in by a thread. It's got a tiny bit of HP, 1 or 2 HP left. So we're going to send our Gigalith out and hopefully knock it out. Yes, we hit it with a heavy slam and Skarmory is out the battle. Now, the final Pokemon Winona is going to send out is Noctowl. And Noctowl is one of my favorite normal type Pokemon. It's another Pokemon that I think deserves a 3rd evolution. You've got Hoot Hoot and Noctowl. Imagine it evolved again. That would be pretty awesome. Noctowl has knocked out Gigalith surprisingly, but we've still got like half our team left, so I think we got this battle under the belt. We send out Ampharos to try finish off Noctowl. If we can hit it with an electric attack, I think it's going to be knocked out for sure. Ampharos takes a lot of damage, but we do hit it with a discharge, and Noctowl has been knocked out. So that's it for Trainer Winona. We have defeated her. She has rewarded us with an old amber, so I think that's also like a fossil. So she says if you can revive it, you can get a strong teammate. So I'm very curious to find out who that Pokemon is in the old amber. But now let's continue exploring. I think there's another house or 2 to explore. There's not all that much left. And we can heal up our team and then hopefully take on Drayden. Upstairs of this house, this boy wants to see a Tampo. It looks like he's got a whole bunch of them. And I'm guessing if you can show him one, he'll also reward you with an item. But I don't know if we've actually caught one. I'll have to check the PC. But it looks like that's everything there is to do in the town. I just want to see what's out here when you exit, if there's another route to explore. And yes, okay, this is Route 9, so let's just have a quick look around to see if there's anything worthwhile. And we've found a huge shopping mall, so I think this is definitely gonna help us prepare for Drayden. There's a couple hidden items here as well that you can find. So we're gonna battle all the trainers that we come across here on Route 9 and pick up the items. I see a little Pokeball hiding behind the trees here, and it's a nugget. And we're definitely going to explore the shopping center. We can go and have a look at what items are in there. Hopefully there's some cool TMs and items that you can use to evolve special Pokemon. That will be awesome. In every Pokemon game, there's usually one city that has a massive shopping center. Like in Kanto, you've got in Celadon, there's that massive mall. So that's what we have found, but in black and white. So let's see what's all for sale. What are people selling? What can we buy? I think we've got a decent amount of money. We've for sure got a lot of stuff to sell. I haven't really even gone through my items at all. So we'll see what all there is that we can purchase. And this woman wanted a hyper potion. If you give her a hyper potion, she'll reward you with some root. I think it's like a revival root or something. And here's the first seller. And yes, they sell all the items that you use to evolve special Pokemon. So all your stones, your fire stone, water stone, thunder stone, link cable, moonstone, dusk stone, everything. I definitely am going to buy 1 or 2 of each item just to have in case. And now let's look upstairs what else there is. Here there's more items to evolve special Pokemon and some herbs and some hold items. So there's a protector item, a magmarizer. You can use those to evolve Magmar and Rhydon, I believe. And upstairs you can buy some incense from the one seller, and the other seller also sells incense and some orbs and PP up. So PP up might be useful because your stronger attacks normally have very low PP, maybe 5 or 6 attacks before you run out. So if you use PP max, you might be able to increase those by 2 or 3 moves, which can make a huge difference, especially like against the Elite Four, where you can't heal your team in between, so you really start running out of attacks. Now exploring more shopping stalls on the right hand side, we found a person selling some TMs with 2 super strong moves. And downstairs there was a person blocking the secret door, and we have found a Rotom in here as well as Rock Climb. So I wonder if we can actually try catch this Rotom. Yes, it seems we can. We're going to battle it. I hope we can catch Rotom and add it to our team. It's an interesting one, Rotom. I think it's got a couple different forms, but it's only level 50, so we have to be careful not to knock it out like we did Virizion. We're going to have to be a little bit more careful. Hopefully we don't one-shot it or have any critical hits. But our attack did just under half of Rotom's HP as damage. So if we hit it again, it should be in the red zone, and that will be perfect for us to try and catch. Let's try throw out an Ultra Ball now and see if we can catch it. The shopping mall has been awesome. There's tons of good goodies to buy, and it's a perfect time to restock up your items. And yes, we've caught Rotom now. It's an electric and ghost type Pokemon, so you definitely might want to consider using this in your team. This video has already been a bit long, so I think we're going to end things off here and continue in the next one. Thanks for watching.